Don't worry, guys. It's fine. Hey guys, we're here. I want to give you a quick update on the Queen of the Forest Deadeye build that I've been playing. As you can see, as soon as I hit the dodge roll, 125 movement speed, I am a fast boy. I am fast. That's like 3 times the movement speed as your 30 movement speed character that you're probably playing. XDD. Just kidding, don't feel bad. But yeah, I'm fast. I'm blazing through all of the sanctums, and I have respectable damage now because I've upgraded my bow. My bow is 337 fizz, plus the 157 lightning, which allows me shock. That gives me 20% more damage, plus the +2 proj gems, which is approximately 14% more damage, I think. That combined with the corruption on my Queen of the Forest is now 1% increased movement speed per 445 evasion rating instead of 500. I double corrupted this yesterday, and it's given me another 20% movement speed. It's really, really good. I upgraded my quiver. It is now triple flat. I think with lightning, the fizz or the fire mod could be projectile damage or increased damage with bows. It's very good. 16% attack speed on the bottom with mana gain on kill, which is insane because that helps me keep up with my mana. And once you get a 20% or 20 plus mana gain on kill item, then you can switch to another support gem like Immolate instead of Inspiration, which gives you another 30% more damage. That combined with me getting the lightning stuff, and I have a little bit of cold damage on my ring, giving me like a 1% chill that enables this mod, which gives me 45, you know, and the chance to shock over here is nice with my lightning damage. I changed my setup slightly. I'm using Alchemist's Spoon for Sanctum, but normally in maps I'm using Herald of Ash and Herald of Thunder because I'm using this node and I wanted to get 50% increased damage on my lightning damage too, since I have kind of a good amount of it. If you can see, my gas arrow is at 32k tooltip times 5, and it's about 7 to 12k fire and another 400 to 7k, which is like 3.5 lightning, right? So lightning portion is pretty significant. So I wanted to get that buff. I wanted to get the shock for the extra 20% more damage. This is what my tree is looking like right now. Normally when I need more damage, I take off some of these evasion nodes and I come over here to blinding strikes, which is also pretty good. It gives you a little bit extra damage when you need damage. But I've been running Sanctum, so movement speed is king. I don't really need damage in that place since I like pretty much like if I have buffs, I'm like one-shotting the bosses anyways. I don't know if you caught my stream and watched me do the Sanctum runs. They're pretty smooth. It's probably one of the best Sanctum runners in the game, if not the best. Probably like you can use one of the more broken mechanics in the game to do a little bit more damage to my build. But again, I'm trying to make a build that doesn't get nerfed, and it hasn't been. So I'm happy overall. I haven't wasted money on 6 links, and you know 6 links are like 130x now. Poor Jung, he's had to buy like 12 of them this game. But otherwise, I've upgraded my gear. That's my bow. It's really, really good. It has a lot of flat fizz, a big lightning chunk of lightning, and +2 proj gems. That's what I use to ignite. That's my movement speed. I have triple flat on my quiver. Like one of those could be like projectile speed or like increased damage with bows, and it's still really, really good. My amulet's kind of shit. My ring has a flat increased evasion or flat evasion, life, rarity, and some whatever. My amulet has rarity. That ring is just resistance, and then that's just high evasion plus resist. Just resist and high evasion plus resist. I, however, bought a really expensive flask. I paid 260 exalts for this a few days ago, and it's now like 40 divines, which is, I don't know, like 2,500 exalts. This flask is crazy. I'm sure you've seen another video. So the belt that I upgraded gives 27% increased flask recovery. With my setup, once I fire an arrow to get a little bit lower on my life, right? I can activate the flask for 3,200 shield. I just changed the tree ever so slightly to fit in the elemental damage. I dropped this fire cluster over there because I'm dual like elemental now. So the only pen that I really have is like this cluster here. I do use flammability now because I dropped this cluster. I cast it on bosses whenever. Now with fire exposure being buffed, or the support being buffed, we might want to put that on a secondary skill to get fire exposure or lightning exposure onto the target, so it feels a little bit better. Otherwise, feels sort of the same. It just pops off now. It's fast as hell. For my gem links, I'm still Gas Arrow, Scatter Shot, Conk, Well, I'm conk because I'm freaking doing Sanctum, but normally I am Magnified Effect for maps, conk for Sanctum, or in bosses, Martial Tempo, Primal Armament, Immolate if you have mana on kill. If not, then you have to run Inspiration, Wind Dancer with blind support, Clarity for mana. My salvo's here for just shits and giggles, pretty much. I don't ever even use this. I want to use some of the supports, like exposure support for this, when they get released or when they get reworked, which is probably today. Flammability, heightened curses, focus curses, persistence, Herald of Ash, nothing. I switch out my Herald of Thunder for Alchemist Boon for Sanctum or Shroud of Sakama because I want the flash charges gained, right? It's very, very good. It helps your life and your mana. It's really, really good for bosses. Herald of Thunder does nothing for bosses. So definitely for bosses, you want to switch to Alchemist Boon, right? Herald of Thunder, when you're mapping, Lightning Infusion, Elemental Focus. I have Innervate here, but it's not really good. You probably just use Culling Strike. You can use either or. Other than that, same-o, same-o. Wait, he was just like one hit, dude. Oh no. It's not a 900x flask, dude. It's not a 900x flask. It was a 280x flask. So I bought a flask this morning for 280x on the market, and it's called Olroth's Resolve Ultimate Life Flask, and it has, so it heals for 1,104, right, with quality. It has 102% charges used, so it takes 20 charges, and it has instant recovery, right? So that means like I heal for 1,000 every single time I press it. But the broken part about it is excessive life recovery is added as guard. So what I did was first, I took all the life recovery nodes, right? And this is not life recovery rate in the game, it's just life recovery. So it affects the flask. If there's life recovery rate, it does not. And there is life recovery rate on belt as a prefix, but this is life recovered, so it affects the flask. So it turns, and flask effect is like a multiplier in the game, on top of like whatever, because it's like huge, right? And then I took Oasis, which is 30% more recovery from flasks. So now, when I press the button, so, and there's another thing, right? You can't use a life flask at full life, right? But if you take 1 jewel that uses 6% of your, or 4% of your skill cost to life, it like uses like 2 life and you can press the flask. So I use 1 skill, I go to like, it uses 3 life, and I can press a life flask for 3,439 guard, which means I have 5,500 life with 95 evade. I'm literally tankier than casters with 100 movement speed all the time, the whole map. No, evade's capped at 95. Let me buy him out real fast. Oh wait, yeah. So yeah, I got life recovery from flask. See, like there's another mod, right? Like life recovery rate that doesn't work. It has to be life recovery from flasks. There's like 2 different mods. PoE2 is confusing. I had to give up some damage though, because I took off the whole damage wheel on top, and I lost some evasion, so I'm probably only like 98 movement speed right now. But, bro, like, I've been doing like, you guys watch me do like 3 fucking damage mod pen maps, and I just fucking do them because I'm not scared of getting one shot anymore. If they hit me, like, they would have to hit me like 3 times if my life flasks are full. Like, they hit me, right? And I do this, they hit me for 5k, I do it again, they hit me for 5k, I have to do it, I can do it again. And they have to hit me through this 5k to kill me. They have to do like fucking like, if I have it up after I kill a pack of monsters, the monster has to do like 20,000 points of damage to me before I kill it. And then you have like increased charges here, increased charges, increases charges here. And then you get 10% chance not to consume charges, and you get life flasks 0.1 every like per second, which this is like not whatever, but yeah, with that drop rate, I don't think they will nerf it either. But it's fucking insane, right? It's like one of the most insane items I've ever seen in a Path of Exile game. They pretty much gave you if you had like 5,000 life in PoE1, this is essentially a fucking 7,000 life Molten Shell that's on you the whole entire map that absorbs 100% of the damage that you can activate on demand 4 times in a row. It's fucking stupid. Now I need this item? It's insane, dude. The thing is, it's not insane for every other classes in the game. It's only insane for Ranger, because Ranger has all the life recovery in Oasis right here. Well, it's kind of good for Mercenary, I guess. This thing. Your Monk, but Monk rarely goes down to Oasis, right? And Charms are kind of shit, so I don't really care. Because that's 30% more. So Flasks is a base value, and I think increased recovery is its own multiplier. So this is additive with whatever that's on the flask, right? I think this is a multiplier on top of that, and this is a multiplier on top of that. So there's like 3 different multipliers for flasks. Like I can technically like do this, right? There's even more mods. There's like this too. I don't know if there's like life recovery from flasks on other things, but like you can do 4,300 is like close to the max you can get. There's probably some uniques, but 4,300 on a ranger, you have double your life, man. You're tankier than fucking like every caster in the game, and you have 100 more movement speed. Don't tell Fubgun, dude. Don't tell Fubgun. If you tell him he's never dying again, and he can do infinite damage with infinite speed, you guys are never gonna buy you're never gonna get the flask, bro. Because he's gonna use it, and then his stream is going to like just buy all of them. Someone told him? It's fucking over. It's over for you guys. It's not my fault. You got snitches everywhere, dude. It's insane. Yeah, that's true. It was pretty much over already. Just start farming expedition? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Can you chance it? I don't think so. I think it's a boss drop. No, I don't think, dude. Oh, shoot. Wait, it doesn't work on, guard doesn't work on burning ground. I had to slam double fizz and I'm rich. Fizz. 2 to 4, 5.